As they come down the back straight away, South Australia, let me hear. Welcome these guys to the 30-lap feature and send them on their way. Come alive. Raise out of your seat. Up. Down the back straight away now. They come through turn 3, 4. As they get ready to come down the front straight away. Let me hear you, South Australia. Come on and come alive. This is it. Send them on their way. 30 laps. The top field here assembled at Speedway City. Come on.
And they keep it going out of the second turn. Plenty of South Australian interest. Let's hear some support for the South Aussie. Trevor Green, come on! That's the way. Trev will be breaking formation shortly. In through turns 3 and 4, you can see Skip Jackson there. You can see Danny Smith and, of course, Todd Wanless on that front row at the moment. They've broken formation. Looks crisp. Car looks good. And now we are ready for the blast-off.
They get set now to form into their starting positions. We've got a race on our hands. Field now forming. Awesome sight as they thunder down the back straight away, idling only. You can feel the ground shake. Everybody just about in position now. You can see Max. We'll have to keep an eye on Max through the race and just see how forward he comes through the pack. That will be something a worthwhile watch. We've got Trevor Green and Todd Wanless off the front. Skip Jackson and Danny Smith off the second line. Third line, Lawrence March. Fourth line, Tatnell Cricky. Fifth line, Rush Knott. Sixth line, Hayward Anderson. Seventh line, Nathan McDonald Reuter. Darryl Downing and Max Dumsney, the rear of the pack. We've got to start. Todd Wanless now runs the outside line on Trevor Green. Half a lap down already, the Australian champion. The number 1 car of Todd Wanless out in front of the race. Here comes Todd Wanless down the front straight away for the first time. And we've got a big one. We got a big one. Oh, awesome stuff. Look at the damage on the wing of the 28 car. The car went up in the air on Darryl Cricky and he stood on it. And unfortunately, that brought the field down in the middle of the pack. Awesome bite on this racetrack. And Darryl Cricky had him up in the air and action aplenty on the racetrack.
Well, I think as Maxie Walker might say, the big rush of blood down in turn number 3, dived underneath Phil March, then backed it around, the front end came up and crunch. Through they came, the likes of Gary Rush, David Anderson, I think Darryl Downing was in there somewhere too. There's one other car just tucked behind the back. Can't quite see the wing from here. It might be Joel Knott actually. Yes, it is. We can see that the top wing now much more clearly. And the racing under protest flag will be coming out. Let's see who it's going to go out to. And it's been shown to the driver of the 8 car, or so it appeared, in, of course, Brooke Tatnell, the Sant Souci speedster from New South Wales.
We're right this time round. As I just missed the BMW, we got a race. Todd Wanless now fights back. Trevor Green gives it to him down the inside. And here is Skip Jackson now working over. Oh no! Toddy's done it.
Oh, he keeps going. That is amazing.
Unbelievable. Speedway fans, have a look at that. You are kidding me.
Oh,
awesome stuff for the Australian champ.
Straight out of the X-Files.
Our race leader, as we get set to run down the back straight away, we've got 2 down. Our race leader, Trevor Green from Skip Jackson, Danny Smith running in 3rd, Barry Lawrence 4th, Phil March 6th, Mark Reuter 7th. Our race leader down the front straight away.
Brooke Tatnell out of the race.
Oh, look at this.
Tatnell out.
Awesome action. Trevor Green, our race leader. Skip Jackson, Danny Smith, Barry Lawrence. Gee whiz, the race is on. Max Dumsney already now up to about 9th. Our race leader now is Trevor Green. Let's find out where Max is. Trevor Green, Skip Jackson, Danny Smith third. Fourth, Barry Lawrence. Fifth, Phil March. Sixth, seventh, Max Dumsney. Seventh, Dumsney already up there. Boys, he got some points coming his way. Tremendous stuff. Our race leader, Trevor Green.
Trevor will be approaching lap traffic very shortly. Darryl Downing will be the first driver he comes up to. He has gone. The Green Brothers machine has flown the coop. That thing is hooking up unbelievably well. The track's starting to dry off. Remember, they've baked it a little bit. They've been rolling, and a lot of the moisture content has gone out. But the J&J, driven by Trevor Green, at this stage, appears to be going from strength to strength. Almost makes contact there with Joel Knott. And this is where Skip will be looking to close in. Skip Jackson, he's running in second. Danny Smith's third. Barry Lawrence out of the event. The FAI insurance car is out. And look at Skip Jackson closing in. Now Trevor gets clear of Joel Knott. Skip will be looking to get by. Danny Smith continues to run in third. From memory, ran third in his last appearance at Speedway in Adelaide. Then we look back to Mark Reuter in car number 95. We've got a roll in 1 and 2. Phil March has gone. I can't quite pick the other driver. Is it Max? Might be Max. Not sure.
It is Max.
Yes, it is the Valvoline car of Max Dumsney.
Mark Reuter up into fourth. Brad Hayward fifth. Nathan McDonald sixth. Todd seventh. Lights out. We're on a start lap this time. Ran down the back straight away. Trevor Green shoots him out at turn 2. Already Skip Jackson has a look down the inside of him, but Trevor Green fends him off. Trevor Green, our race leader from Skip Jackson. Danny Smith running back in third. Mark Reuter fourth. Brad Hayward fifth. Toddy Wanless now running back in sixth. There goes Nathan McDonald underneath. David Anderson for seventh and eighth. Our race leader, though, is Trevor Green. The number 4 car for Green Fabrication and Welding down the back straight away. Hits the front straight away, washed a bit of speed off in 4. Skip Jackson, though, just sitting there waiting to pounce. The number 7 car of Skip Jackson for Gibson Freight and Skilled Engineering, just sitting back there in second place, as is Danny Smith in third. Mark Reuter right on the pace, running with the leading pack. The number 95 car off Mark Reuter right there with Danny Smith down the back straight away. It is still all Trevor Green as he hangs on. The cars at the back of the pack sort of being closed in on by Trevor Green. Trevor Green, our race leader. The number 4 car runs it down the back, as does the number 7 car off Skip Jackson. 20 car lengths difference back to Danny Smith now in the number 88 car, but action aplenty on the racetrack. Our race leader, Trevor Green.
Here's a move from Wanless to the inside of Hayward out of turn number 2. Wanless makes the pass. They've applied a bit of tape, maybe a new Zush pin to the front bonnet. It was starting to lift prior to that big gyration from Wanless. But the Never Say Die Queenslander now attacks Mark Reuter, who is running in a great 4th placing at the moment. But it's Trevor Green, the red Green Brothers machine, out in front by about 10 or 12 car lengths over Skip Jackson. You got the J&J chassis opposed to the Gambler. 2 very smooth drivers. And then 1/4 of a lap back, it's Danny Smith from Danville, Indiana. Then it's Mark Reuter, Todd Wanless in 5th, Brad Hayward in 6th position. 7th, Nathan McDonald. 8th is David Anderson. 9th is Gary Rush and struggling. In 10th, it's Darryl Cricky. 11th is Max Dumsney. Behind him in 12th is Joel Knott. 13th is Darryl Downing. Lap flag goes out for Darryl. And now Trevor's coming up to overhaul him. Skip chasing. Will look to make up some ground now. Danny continues to run in 3rd. Only 10 to go.
10 to go. Our race leader still Trevor Green. But what about Mark Reuter holding off the advances of the Australia 1, the blue Australia 1 car of Todd Wanless? It's all Mark Reuter, though. Todd Wanless can't close in on him or run him around. I've got to tell you, Todd Wanless really struggling to drive up onto the tail of Mark Reuter. This kid's doing a great job in the number 95 car, but down the back straight away through while Darryl Downing now is Trevor Green, along with Skip Jackson. Skip Jackson not letting him get away. Skip trying to wear him down inch by inch, but what about Trevor Green? This is such an impressive drive by young Trevor Green. The form he is showing here tonight at round 4 Living Health World Series Sprint Car is sensational. And number 4 Carl just lights up down the back straight away as he looks to put another lap on Joel Knott. But I've got to tell you, we are 25 down and 5 to run.
We pick it up into turn number 1. Remember, they did have some slight problems getting by Joel Knott earlier on at about lap number 10. And Skip now is beginning to close in. Perhaps they've got the setup a little better. Who knows? The lap's dwindling away. Trevor trying once again to get by, but still a length or two between himself and Joel Knott as Skip closes in. This one is going to go right down to the wire. Track drying out considerably now. Danny Smith comes through. He's in 3rd. Mark Reuter's in 4th. Todd Wanless is in 5th. They work into 3. Skip Jackson closes in. Trev lights up the right rear. He's got 2 remaining. Can the South Australian team hang on? That's the question. The Green Brothers Racing Team. Their actions and the final result now hinging on their pilot. Lap flag out, white flag out. In through 1 and 2. Trevor want to keep it on the gutter. Danny Smith in a solid 3rd. Mark Reuter in a great 4th from Wanless in 5th. They're wheel to wheel. Race fans, Trevor Green's done it. Magnificent stuff. Skip Jackson for 2nd, Danny Smith for 3rd, Mark Reuter a strong 4th from Todd Wanless 5th, Brad Hayward 6th, Nathan McDonald 7th, David Anderson 8th, Darryl Cricky 9th, Max Dumsney 10th, Gary Rush 11th, and Joel Knott, I think, in 12th position unofficially, but that is one heck of an effort. They went over to the west. They ran 10th at Claremont from the rear, but now they've done it. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, start making lots of noise for Trevor Green as he flies down the back. One of the quickest victory laps you've ever seen with the checkered flag in his hand. Well, the heart rate, I'm sure, would be up a solid 20 or 30 beats as he comes past. He's waving the checkered flag in the face of Wanless and co. He's brought it up to a halt. The team will come out. And it is official. South Australia 4, Trevor Green and the team sample victory. New South Wales 7, Skip Jackson for 2nd. 3rd place, USA 88, Danny Smith. And 4th position, how about this? 2 South Aussies in the top 4. Car 95, let's hear it for Mark Reuter. A great effort in the time over 20, 4 minutes 48.40. The time over 20, 4 minutes 48.40. And the Supers are out there on the main straight now for their feature. Naturally, we've got to get through the presentation. We've got some starters here for this sedan feature. I may be able to give you those quickly. SA21, Darryl Lorna from 1. SA1, Steve Stewart from 2. SA77, Bill Miller from 3. South Australia 11, Rocky Caruso from 4. SA3, Jason Sloper from 5. Murray Bridge 42, Graham Cowland from 6. SA10, Andrew Keane from 7. Car 2, Tony Lauby from 8. For Steve Stewart, he too has put a lot of dough into the sport and is reaping the rewards with feature win after feature win. Jimmy, down to you trackside.
Yeah, thanks very much, John. Joining me up here for the trophy presentation from World Series Sprint Cars, John Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate on a fine drive up here in the 3rd place, Danny Smith.
Danny, congratulations on 3rd place. A pretty hard race, and you just kept hanging in there, but 3rd, well, it's better than nothing, and it's great to have you in Adelaide running in, and not just Adelaide, the whole of Australia running in this whole of this series. Congratulations on 3rd place here at Speedway City.
Thanks very much, John. Yeah, we weren't in a position to challenge anybody. We just kind of had our own little race and ran 3rd. I want to thank the Harrower family for bringing me over, and the guys on the crew did a good job. And I guess we'll take these thirds, and maybe at the end of the season we'll win the championship. So congratulations. The Green family, they well-deserved win. I know they've been trying awful hard.
Danny Smith, thanks very much, Danny. Up into second place. Please congratulate from New South Wales, Skip Jackson. To present you with your trophy, Skip, John Hughes.
Well, Skip, it's great to have you on the series this year, all around Australia, and it's really a pleasure to present you with this trophy for second place in the World Series Sprintcars Quit Championship here at Speedway City. Congratulations.
Thank you. Everybody in the skilled engineering Gibson Freight team done a great job tonight. Terry Darville and Paul Felsh and everybody else that's associated with this team, they've done a great effort. But Trevor was a little bit better than us tonight, and all congratulations to him. Thank you.
Skip Jackson. What about it, ladies and gentlemen? Our race winner, Trevor Green. One more time, Trevor Green. John?
Trevor, first of all, I must apologise to all you people out there for running late tonight. We're way over time, and it's not really doing justice to these drivers to present these trophies when everybody's leaving. But Trevor, you've really been trying for this. I know you've said to me earlier that your goal was to win one of these races. It must be a tremendous thrill to do it at your home track in front of your home crowd. Congratulations. We wish you all the best for winning this round 4 of the World Series Sprint Cars Quit Championship here in South Australia. And also I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Living Health from South Australia, for their tremendous support for this series as it goes around Australia. Thank you. Congratulations, Trevor.
Thank you very much, John. We've been aiming to run this series for so long. There's been so many of our friends and people that we've grown up with for so many years. We've just never been able to afford to do it or get in the game, but our biggest mission seems to be getting to the goddamn racetrack. So hopefully we can get here a few more times this year. And I'd really like to thank all the guys for helping me. They do a hell of a job. My 2 brothers, and they're just awesome. All the boys on the car. I'd like to thank Bok Gases. We had a little bit of a drama early in the year and one of our sponsors pulled out on us. And I'd like to thank Trevor Locke that took his time out tonight to come to the racetrack. And your sponsorship that you gave me late in the year is greatly appreciated. I'd like to thank Road and Track Services, Greg Farrell, Gil Cameron and Gary and all the boys at Road and Track Services. When I had no one that was going to do me motor for nothing, they were the first people to stick their hand up and said, we'll help you. And for people like that, it's just unbelievable. Steve Wicks from Ian Binding from Steve Wicks and Son, T&D Auto Painters, Green Welding Specialists, my mum and my dad, they're just awesome. And everyone for coming. Thanks.
Thanks very much, Trevor Green, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulating one more time. On behalf of World Series Sprint Cars, we'd like to thank you very much for having us here at Speedway City this evening. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll be back here on the 3rd of January. We look forward to seeing you back here on the 3rd of January in the new year. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year and a safe trip home. Thank you. See you on the 3rd of January.